Okay, so good morning to everyone. Now, in the last class, we have started the discussion of the string tokenizer class. So today we will first see about the string tokenizer class. What are the constructor there that is used and the methods that is used in the string tokenizer class. After that, we will see an example. Through it, we will understand, and then we will move on to the concept of the package that is used in the Java. So the constructor that is used in the string tokenizer class. So three types of constructor there we can use in the string tokenizer class. The first one is the string tokenizer. This is string tokenizer, and you know that the name of the constructor and class name should be same. So the string tokenizer is a class and constructor name is also string tokenizer. And as a parameter, you see, as a parameter there is string str. That means as a parameter we are passing a string value. We are passing as a string value, and this name can be anything. I am name here st. I have given the name str, so it will be anything. But main thing is what, as a parameter we will send any string value. So that is what it will create a string tokenizer with the specified string in this str. So as a parameter we will send some string value. Then next is our another constructor, another type of constructor, that is string tokenizer. And here as a parameter, you see, we can say we can pass two arguments. One is a string variable and another is what, string delim. So delim is what, that means delimiter. So this is what we have already discussed in the last class, that between or considering whom we are dividing the string into tokens. That is what dividing by base, or considering by the particular thing which we are dividing a string, that particular thing can be named as the delimiter. So let's see an example, this abc at the rate of a.com. If this is an example, so based on that at the rate of, we are dividing this into the two tokens. Token 1 is the abc and token 2 is the a.com. So based on the at the rate of, we are dividing this string into the two tokens. So this at the rate will be the delimiter. That means based on the particular thing which we are dividing a string into substrings, or in the Java we called it as a tokens. So we are dividing the string into tokens. That particular thing will be known as the delimiter. So here as a parameter, what we will do, as a parameter we will send a string variable and the delimiter value we will send, the string type delimiter we will send. So that's why what is the use of this constructor? The use of this constructor is it will create a string tokenizer with the specified string and the delimiter. So it will create a string tokenizer class with that the specified string which we are passing, that specified string, and the delimiter, means the delimiter value which we have given. Based on the delimiter and the specified string we have passed, based on that the string tokenizer class will be created. So this is the second type. And the third type is what? The third type is the string tokenizer. And as a parameter, you see we have passing three parameters here. One is the string argument, another one is the string delimiter, and the boolean return value. So three parameters are there. So what is this basically? That already you know, that means in this string tokenizer constructor we are passing three parameters. First one, the string str is what? This is the string type argument we are passing. String delimiter is what? String delimiter is the value that is based on the dividing condition through which we are dividing the string into the tokens. That should be known as the string delimiter. So we are passing that value also as a parameter. And boolean return value. So boolean is the data type of the return value. So return value is what? This is type is the boolean. So if it is boolean type, That means what will happen? It will return true or false. Boolean means what? It can return two values. One is true, another one is false. So if the return value is true, that means if we passed return value as true, then the delimiter characters are considered to be tokens. That means this will be considered, this delimiter. Let's say if we are saying with this example, then this @ will be considered, and that means based on this @ we have dividing the two this string into the two tokens. One is ABC and another one is the a.com. So if it is the true value, that means our return value is true, then the delimiter characters are considered to be tokens. So it will be considered as tokens. But if it is false, because Boolean has the two values, that means true value which we have already seen. But if in this case the false value will be there, then what will happen? If it is false, then the delimiter characters will be not considered to the separate tokens. So that means these tokens, that this string we divided into tokens, that tokens will not be considered. So this is the three constructor that we can use inside the string tokenizer class. Okay, so this we have discussed about the our constructors. Now in this string tokenizer class, we have also used some our methods that can be used in this string tokenizer class. So one by one we will discuss the methods which we use in the string tokenizer class. The first, you see, this is a method, and this method name is Boolean has more tokens. This is a method name. Boolean has more tokens. So what is the purpose or what is the uses of this method? Now this method is done what? This method checks whether more tokens are available or not. That means it will check that in the string which you have given, in that string there are, we can based on that string, based on the delimiter, we can divide the tokens or not, and these tokens are available or not. That based on there we can divide, and that means the tokens will be there. So the tokens are available or not, it will be checked by this Boolean has more tokens. Mainly as what? Has more tokens in is the method name, and its return type is Boolean. So that means it will return true or false. So if it is true, if the return value is true, then that means it will consider that yes, from the tokens we can divide. That means there will be the tokens are available. The string we can divide and the tokens will be available if it is true. But if it is false, that means no more tokens are available. That means the no more tokens are available. That's why here the return type is what? The return type is the Boolean. So has more tokens is the name of the method, and its return type is the Boolean. So what this uses of this method? The uses of this method is it will check that the tokens are available or not. If the tokens are available, then true will be returned, and if the tokens are not available, then the false will be returned. So this is the first method. Now the second method, that is the string next token. String next token. So what is this? What is the purpose of this method? The purpose of this method is what? It returns that the next token from the string tokenizer object. So it will return what? It will return the next token. The next token which is present, that next token that is available in the string tokenizer object. That means when we will do the program, there in that time we will create the string tokenizer class object. This is the thing that we will create the string tokenizer class object there. So in that string tokenizer object, so as a parameter we will do what? As a parameter we will send a string. So that parameter, as a parameter, whatever the string which we are passing, it will be held by whom? It will be held by the string tokenizer class object. So that means we have to check through this object we have to call the next token method, so that it will check that in this string tokenizer class object which we have created, in there the tokens are available or not, the next tokens are available or not. So this will be what? This will be checked by the string next token method. And the third one is what? String next token, and as a parameter we are sending the delimiter value as a string delimiter. So as a parameter we are sending string delim. So what is the uses of that method? The uses of this method is it also returns the next token. So first what will happen in the main method? Inside the main method we will do what? We will create the string tokenizer class object, and as a parameter there we will send some string. So that string tokenizer object of that class, which object which we created, this object will hold the parameter as a parameter which we have sent. This will be what? This will be stored into the object. So in this it will return what? It will return the next token from the string tokenizer object. That means the string tokenizer class which we have created, class object which we have created, in that particular object the parameter, as a parameter the string value which is sending, we are sending, that is stored into there. So with this object what we will do? With this object we will call the next token method. We will call the next token method, so that what it will happen, next token, and as a parameter if we send the string delim, so it will do what? It will return, it will return that the next token from the string tokenizer object, same as the next token, but the difference is what? Here with the delimiter value. So that means it will return considering with the delimiter value, but in the next token you see it only return the our next token. But in this string next token as a parameter, it will do what? It will return the next token with the delimiter value. So with this value it will send. And the next one is what? The next one is has more elements, has more elements method. And as a parameter you see, as a parameter we are sending nothing here, and it is the return value. It is the return value, and its return type is what? Boolean. Boolean is the return type and has more elements, the name of the method. So what is the uses of this method? It is same as the has more tokens method. So has more tokens method, which we have already seen, this is has more tokens. So has more tokens doing what? It checks that the available tokens are available or not. So same thing this performs. This method also performs the same thing, that has more elements. Has more elements has the same functionality like has more token method. So same, it will also check that the tokens are available or not. If tokens are available, then it will return true. If the tokens are not available, then it will return false, because return type is what? Return type is Boolean. So that's why based on that it will perform. And the last one is what? The last one is int count tokens. Int count tokens. So count tokens method, and it is what? It is the integer. It is return type is int. So that means the number it will return. The number it will return, that how many tokens are available, that number count, that if there is in this, if we divide the string, and let's say in there the two, we have divided the string based on the delimiter value, and we have divided into the two tokens. So that means this count tokens will do what? This method will return the particular number 2, because the total number of tokens what is available, it will return that. So that's why the number will be returned, that how many tokens, that number will be returned by this. So it returns the total number of tokens. It will return the total number of tokens, that number will be returned here. Okay, so this is what, this is all the methods that are present. Now we will see example. So this is the example. We will see that the string tokenizer. What is the string tokenizer example of that we will see. Now, to perform this program, we have to first import java.util package. And inside you see we are mentioning the star. You can use star means what? All classes that are present in java.util package will be imported in our class which we are using in this class. All the classes that is present in java.util package will be imported. This is the meaning of that. Either you can do also for specific reason, you can write like this also, import java.util.string tokenizer. Because if you write the import java.util.string tokenizer, that means only string tokenizer class that is present in the java.util package will be imported in your program. Other classes that are present will not be imported. Yes, you can say, because sometimes then why we are using star? Because if we use star, that means all the classes. But if we mention the string tokenizer, that means only that particular string tokenizer class will be imported in our program. But if we mention star, that means all the classes that is present in the java.util package will be imported in our program. That is the difference. So you can, based on your purpose, you can write anything. Okay, then after that you see this is the class name and this is the user defined class name that we use. That class name here, that token test name we are given. So here we give the class name as the token test. And inside of this class, what we have done, this is the main method, public static void main, string args or AR, whatever you write, because this is the name of the variable. So you can write anything. Main, everywhere you see will be written string args, but that is not the matter. You can write anything because this is the variable name, mainly the name of the variable. So you can write args or any type of variable name here. So inside of it, what we have done, this is what we have done. You see, this is the string tokenizer class. This is the string tokenizer class object which we are creating. String tokenizer s1. So this s1 is what? This s1 is the string tokenizer class object. This string tokenizer is the s1 is the string tokenizer class object. And as a parameter, you see the string which we are passing as a parameter, we are passing that CEC, and there we are gapping, pressing a gap, and here then classes, then we mention the classes. So here you see we have given a space, CEC space classes. Now here you see if we mention like this CEC, then some space, then classes or anything between them, if we give the space, then what will happen? JVM will automatically consider this space as the delimiter. This space will be considered automatically by the default delimiter. So if we give the space, then there we do not have to mention that this space will be the delimiter, because if we give space, because space is the default delimiter by the JVM. So that means it will happen what? CEC will be the one part and classes will be the one part automatically. So what will happen? CEC will be one token, classes will be the another token. So any word as a parameter, if you send any word and between that word if you give some space, so automatically what will happen, that space will be considered as a delimiter, and based on that space it will divide the string. It will divide the string. So I have mentioned, I have sent CEC classes name, I have sent the string CEC. After that I have given some space and then classes. So automatically JVM will consider that this is the delimiter, and based on this space we will divide the two tokens. So CEC is one token, classes is the another token. It will automatically do that. After that, you see we have used a while loop. This is the while loop we have used, and inside of this while loop, you see we do not mention any condition. Here you didn't know that how it will be divided, so your duty will be what? Your duty will be, you will pass as a parameter, you will pass this as a parameter. But after that, inside the while loop, you see s1 is what? S1 is the string tokenizer class object. So because we have already said that this object is CEC classes is holding this, S1 is holding this total CEC classes. Now this is the object. So with this object, the methods we are calling, and you see we have called has more tokens method, So what this has more tokens method perform? The has more tokens method perform that the tokens are available or not. That is what you see, has more tokens. Has more tokens perform what? Has more tokens perform that they are our tokens are available or not. This will be checked. So that means in this object, through this object, we are calling the has more tokens. So in this object, what is the value stored? The value is stored CEC classes, and between them CEC and classes there is the space given. So that means JVM will automatically consider, yes, there is what? Based on the space, we are dividing this string, and one will be CEC, another will be the classes. So that means CEC token, classes will be the another token. So that means this loop will do what? This loop will will control 2 times. It will be the 2 times it will done. And after that, you see what happened.
That CC, that is, sir, means it is underscope or space?
It is space. For mentioning the space, I have written like this. Sir, for mentioning that, yes, if you give space, then this it automatically considered.
So if you put underscore there, then it will be considered as one.
Underscore, then based on the underscore, it will divide. But if you didn't, because the space, for space there is any symbol, you think that when you give space that any symbol is written there, it is not written. So then what, based on what it will consider? Because if you press underscore, then it will automatically consider that yes, underscore is a thing, and it is mentioning that based on the underscore, the string will be divided. It will understand that. But when you give space, in the space, did you mention any symbol? You think you didn't mention any symbol in the space. So based on how it will think that it will divide. So space, if you didn't mention anything, any symbol between them, so it will automatically consider that the space as the delimiter. The space as the delimiter. So delimiter means you have to mention any symbol there or anything. But if you give space and didn't mention any symbols like that, then also what will you consider? That based on the space, you are saying that dividing this string. So that's why it is mentioning that space is considered at the default. Space is considered as the default. Okay.
सर नहीं समझ आया क्या?
देखो, अगर हम कोई, जैसे हम जिसका एग्जांपल फर्स्ट दिखाए थे, abc@a.com और abc#@a.com, जो भी तुम लिखो उसमें क्या है, उसमें मेरा एक सिंबल हो रहा है, एक सिंबल मेंशन हो रहा है. तो वो सिंबल को क्या है, वो सिंबल को कंसीडर करे कि हाँ ये सिंबल ही मेरा डेलिमीटर है, और इस सिंबल का बेसिस में मेरा स्ट्रिंग का डिवीजन होगा. ठीक है. अब देखो, तुम जब कोई स्पेस देते हो, स्पेस देने के तुम्हारा थोड़ा ये हो रहा है, थोड़ा नॉइस हो रहा है तुम्हारा उधर से। अब देखो, तुम अगर स्पेस दे रहे हो तो स्पेस के टाइम में क्या तुम कोई सिंबल मेंशन करते हो? सिंबल जब कोई जब स्पेस देते हो तो स्पेस के टाइम में हम लोग कोई सिंबल मेंशन करते हैं? कोई सिंबल मेंशन नहीं करते हैं। तो मेरा कैसे समझेगा कि मेरा जो ये है हम उसको डिवाइड कैसे करेंगे? क्योंकि कोई सिंबल नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, तो कैसे समझेगा कि इसको हम लोग डिवाइड करेंगे, इस स्ट्रिंग को हम लोग डिवाइड करना चाहते हैं बेस्ड ऑन द सिंबल? तो ये तो सिंबल ही नहीं है, तो कैसे डिवाइड करेंगे? तो अगर हम लोग स्पेस दिए तो स्पेस के लिए हम लोग का कोई सिंबल देना जरूरी नहीं है, क्योंकि ऑटोमेटिकली क्या है, जेवीएम ऑटोमेटिकली स्पेस को डेलिमीटर कंसीडर करते हैं। तो अगर हम उसके अंदर कुछ ऐसे नॉर्मल लिखे, देन स्पेस दिए, देन कोई वर्ड लिखे, तो ऑटोमेटिकली क्या होगा, जेवीएम कंसीडर करेगा कि मेरा जो स्पेस है वो मेरा डेलिमीटर है, और वो स्पेस का बेसिस में क्या है, हमको स्ट्रिंग को डिवाइड करना है, हमको स्ट्रिंग को डिवाइड करना है। तो यही इधर हो रहा है कि देखो हम कुछ मेंशन नहीं किए, सिर्फ फर्स्ट वर्ड लिखे सी सी, उसके बाद क्या किए, एक स्पेस दिए, स्पेस के बाद क्या किए हम, फिर एक वर्ड लिखे। तो अब कैसे समझेगा कि ये स्ट्रिंग को हम लोग कैसे डिवाइड करेंगे? तो एज जो स्पेस हम दिए, उस स्पेस का बेसिस में ये स्ट्रिंग का डिवीजन होगा। तो स्पेस का पहले क्या वर्ड है, स्पेस का पहले सी सी है, तो मतलब सी सी मेरा एक टोकन हुआ। अब स्पेस का आफ्टर क्या वर्ड है मेरा, क्लासेस, तो क्लासेस मेरा और एक टोकन हुआ। तो यही क्या है, ऐसे ही समझेगा कि ये हम लोग बेस्ड ऑन द डेलिमीटर, एंड दैट स्पेस इज कंसीडर्ड एज द डेलिमीटर। ओके, समझ में आया?
सर अगर कोई और अगर स्पेस की जगह कोई दूसरा डेलीमीटर डालेंगे तो उसके लिए सर उसको कहाँ मेंशन करना पड़ेगा?
तुम तुम्हारे जैसे मेंशन करो ना, हम इसके अंदर दिए स्पेस दिए, तो तुमको भी इधर कोई डेलिमीटर देना है, ऐसे कोई मेंशन, ऐसे कोई रूल्स नहीं है। तुम इधर दो, इधर कोई मेंशन करो, तो क्या होगा, सीसी क्लास, क्लास, सीसी क्लास, ये डिवीजन होगा, और एसीएस ये डिवीजन होगा। तुम्हारा जहां मन करता है उधर तुम दे सकते हो, ये कोई नेसेसरी नहीं है कि इधर ही देना है। तुम दो ना, तुम्हारा जैसे मन है उधर दो। तुम इसके अंदर भी एक मेंशन कर सकते हो, इधर भी एक मेंशन कर सकते हो, इधर भी एक मेंशन कर सकते हो, जहां तुमको मन है उधर तुम दो, उसमें कोई रूल्स नहीं है। हाँ, क्या होगा, तुम जहां वो डेलीमीटर के लिए दोगे, वैसे ही उसका दो पार्ट में डिवाइड हो जाएगा, वैसे ही उसका पार्टीशन हो जाएगा। तुम अगर कोई इधर क्या किए, एक सिंबल दिए, मानो कि इधर स्पेस में कुछ नहीं दिए, तुम एक सिंबल मेंशन किए, सी सी हैश इसी क्लासेस बोल के, तो क्या होगा, सी एक टोकन हो जाएगा, और ये वाला इसी क्लासेस, ये और एक टोकन बन जाएगा। अगर तुम इधर मेंशन किए कोई सिंबल, और सिंबल अगर नहीं दिए, तुम फास्ट लिखे सी, और उसके बाद कोई स्पेस दिए, और स्पेस देने के बाद इसी क्लासेस लिखे, तब भी क्या होगा, सी एक पार्ट हो जाएगा, इसी क्लासेस और एक पार्ट हो जाएगा। अब ये जो स्पेस या जो डेलिमीटर तुमको डालना है, वो तुम्हारा मन जहां है तुम उधर डालो, कोई रूल्स नहीं है कि इधर ही डालना है। हाँ, तुम जिधर डालोगे उसका बेसिस में डिवीजन होगा, यही चीज है।
ओके सर।
ठीक है,
यस सर।
सो दिस इज व्हाट नाउ, that means what, that means this CEC, this is holding by this object, this is holding this object. So CEC classes which we have mentioned, this S1 is holding that. Now we are again calling a while loop here. So in this while loop, what we have performed, in this while loop, you see with the object. What is the object? S1 is the object. With this object, we are calling has more tokens method. We are calling has more tokens. So has more tokens perform what? That means the tokens are available or not. It is checked by this method, has more tokens method. So we are calling that with whom object? With the string tokenizer class object which we have created. With that particular object we are calling has more tokens. That means has more tokens will check what? In this s1, what is stored in this s1? cec classes is stored. So that means this has more tokens method will check the cec classes. This has more tokens will check the cec classes. Now CC classes is divided because it see that there is the space present. So based upon the space, so it is divided into two tokens. So that means what will the number of this method will return what? This method will return the value 2. Not it will return the value true, but this while loop will be what? This while loop will be executed 2 times. Sorry, it will not return 2 because we know has more tokens method do what? Has more tokens method give the boolean status. That means true. So if it is true, that means the loop will be executed. So has more tokens will be this method will check in the CC classes and it will find that there are 2 tokens are present because CC is 1 token and another token is the classes. It will find this has more tokens will find. So that means how many times this loop will be executed? This loop will be executed 2 times. So after that inside of it, you see with the object we are calling next token method. So next token method do what? It will return the, we know it will return the string. It will return the next token method, next token from the string tokenizer object. So now what will happen when we will print this? We'll first, because the first token will be printed. So first time when this will be see s1 dot has more tokens. Yes, it will return true. So that means inside this loop, it will go and s1 dot next token. So in this next token, the first token is what? CC. So CC will be printed. Then again, it will check s1 dot has more tokens. Yes, has more tokens. There is all because classes is another token which we have left. So inside of this loop, it will go and it will do what? S1 dot next token. So classes will be printed. Then again, it will go and check S1 dot has more tokens, but already the tokens that are present, we have printed. So in that time, what it will return? This while loop will be returned false. So false means the while loop will be terminated and we will not go inside of this loop. So we will see the output like that. This is the thing. The output will be like this. So first CC will be printed, then again the loop will be executed. It will check has more tokens. Yes, there is the tokens present. So that means system.out.println print that particular token. So again classes will be printed. Again the loop will be executed and see that yes has more tokens. But this time after that, it will already the tokens that are present are printed. It will check next token has more tokens. In that time, what? It will return false. So false means inside of this loop, it will not go. And it will what? It will be not printed because it will not go inside the loop. So first CC will be printed, then classes will be printed. Okay, clear? It is clear to everyone?
यस सर सर एक से ज्यादा डेलीमीटर दे सकते हैं
हाँ, एक से ज्यादा डेलीमीटर तुम डाल सकते हो। एक से ज्यादा डेलीमीटर तब तुम्हारा डेलीमीटर का जो रिटर्न टाइप होगा तो 2 रिटर्न करेगा उस टाइम। इधर जैसे डेलीमीटर 1 लिए हम, तुम ज्यादा भी ले सकते हो कि 2 3 एन टाइप तुम ले सकते हो, ऐसे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। हम सिंपल एग्जांपल को समझाने के लिए सिर्फ लिए थे।
सर व्हाइल के जगह सर हम इफ एल्स यूज कर सकते हैं
व्हाइल लूप की जगह
सर इफ s1
व्हाइल लूप की जगह तुम कर सकते हो। सिर्फ एक चीज देखना, तुमको एक चीज अच्छे से देखना होगा कि जैसे ऑब्जेक्ट जो है, ऑब्जेक्ट को देके कोई मेथड को, जो मेथड तुम कॉल कर रहे हो वो तुमको देखना होगा। अब देखो इफ में तुम मेंशन कर सकते हो, मगर ये नहीं कर सकते हो। क्यों ये नहीं कर सकते हो? क्योंकि इफ जो है, इफ क्या है, इफ कंडीशन मेरा चेक करते हैं कि ट्रू और फॉल्स जो कंडीशन है ये चेक करते हैं। तब तुमको ये जो टोकन प्रिंटिंग जो ऑप्शन है, टोकन प्रिंटिंग ऑप्शन मेथड तुम यूज नहीं कर सकते हो। दूसरा कोई मेथड को चेक करने के लिए कि यस मेरा टोकन अवेलेबल है या नहीं, वो तुम चेक कर सकते हो। मगर इसमें क्या है, हम लूप जो एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हैं, लूप को एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए मुझे क्या है कि फर्स्ट टोकन को प्रिंट करना है, तो फर्स्ट टोकन प्रिंट, नेक्स्ट टोकन प्रिंट। तो ऐसे कब होता है कि जब लूप के लिए हम लोग यूज करते हैं। बट इफ में क्या है, इफ देके भी तुम कर सकते हो, इफ यूज करके तुम ये मेथड यूज नहीं कर सकते हो। इफ देके तुमको चेक करना है कि हाँ टोकन अवेलेबल है कि या नहीं, तुमको टोकन प्रिंट तब नहीं होगा। टोकन अवेलेबल हो क्या, क्योंकि इफ कंडीशन क्या करते हैं, इफ कंडीशन चेक करते हैं कि हाँ ट्रू है या फॉल्स है, बस यही चेक करते हैं। मगर व्हाइल या ऐसे लूप को किस लिए हम लोग यूज करते हैं, इसलिए यूज करते हैं कि हम लोग वन बाई वन उसको, वन बाई वन जो मेरा है उसको प्रिंट करने के लिए, तब हम लोग व्हाइल या लूप जो फॉर लूप ये सब यूज करते हैं। तो ये चीज तुमको समझना होगा कि कब तुमको ऐसे प्रिंट करना है और कब तुमको सिर्फ कंडीशन चेक करना है। उस टाइम तुम इफ दोगे जब कंडीशन तुमको सिर्फ चेक करना है और कुछ नहीं। मगर जैसे तुमको ऐसे प्रिंट करना है तब क्या है, तब तुमको व्हाइल लूप यूज करना होगा। ठीक है?
Yes.
Okay, so we will not, because the time is very less left. So in the next class we will discuss the package concept, and we will see how customized package can be done in Java. That means you you as a person, you will create the package, because till now what we have seen, till now the packages we have seen that are already present. But you can also create package. As a user you can also create package, which we will see in the next class. So in the tomorrow, so we will see that. Okay, so thank you everyone. I am ending the session.